What is up everyone, I am Nondescript Midnight coming at you with another tutorial video on how to complete this game. No loads, no meds, all secrets. I am drinking a soy milk coffee today and it is quite nippy and cold outside, nice cold and rainy, so I am super cozy, chilling out in my big hoodie. So today we're going to be covering Lud's Gate, and Lud's Gate is a fairly tricky level. There's quite a lot of stuff that you have to learn in order to do this level successfully, but hopefully this guide will assist you in that. I'm probably going to be using a lot of saves just for various points, just to show you some different strats and things, but other than that, let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to head down this way, follow the damned guy. They're now friends of ours. And we're going to go down the left tunnel over here. Alright, now over here is the first of many little tricks that you're probably going to need to use to complete this. So what I would recommend doing here, well there's a couple of ways that you can do this. The first and simplest way is to just slide down like this and then climb up in a crouched position as to miss the spikes. Okay, that's the easiest way to deal with that. There is another way which I would absolutely love to show you. So this way is a little bit quicker, but it's also a little bit more dangerous, so let's see if I can get it. First go. Nope. Funnily enough, this is the way that I did it in my run. In my run I did it this way. There we go. So you can jump straight from that slope to the other slope and you'll miss that entirely. Then we're going to doink the switch. Run over to this side, use look to cancel that camera. Drop down here, the safest place to drop down, and then walk through the barbed wire. And we're going to climb up here. Back out of this crawl space, and there's the first secret. Nice and quick. You can pick up the flares if you want to. I don't think I need any more flares. I think I picked up a fair amount throughout the levels. Okay, then we're going to climb up here and we're just going to jump onto this slope. And good. Now, we're going to head up this way. We opened a trapdoor by pushing that button earlier, so we're going to climb up here. And this is where you would have ended up if you had gone the other pathway. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'm doing okay. Like I say, quite cozy. Cozy cold weather. Alright, so we're going to stop climbing at this line over here, this white line, just below the white line. Then we're going to go to the left, jump, twist in the air, grab, and go and pick up the next secret, which is over here. Now, you can't enter a crawl space if you're on all fours while climbing. You have to let go of grab and then grab again in order to climb up into crawl spaces. It's a little bit of a weakness in the game's engine. Then we're going to drop down here a little bit so we don't hit the ceiling, and then do a jump, twist, and grab back onto the spot. And then we're going to continue climbing this ladder all the way to the top. Not much to say. Oh, I'm really enjoying this coffee. It is so good. I just woke up from a nap, so coffee is really good right now. This liquid gold. Love it. And we're going to go through this crawl space. And exit just about here. Now there's a guy on the other side over here. So what I would recommend doing, just taking him out with the Desert Eagle. And there's another guy who will perpetually run into the door to try and get to you. Don't worry about him. We'll take care of him just now. Don't know why Laura was so keen on not letting go there, but that's alright. I like to take this guy out with the grenade launcher. I've never seen him run past me like that before. Now there's a cool little trick here. So there are two doors, one you have to open and one you have to close. And the one you have to open is all the way up top there. Now, there's a whole bunch of gymnastics and everything that you can do to get up there, or you can just do a simple, well, it's not that simple, but it's just jump up here. If you line it up the way you saw me line it up over there, then you turn a little bit to the left while you're in the air, and then late grab, and she will grab on over there, and that saves you a whole bunch of backtracking. I'm not going to show the other way because I actually don't know it. I've done that skip all the time for like forever when I've played this level, and I don't actually remember the proper way to get there. Okay, but then we're going to have to hit this next switch, which is going to close the door. Now be careful here because you can bump your head on that ledge over there, and if you do, it's actually a death drop. You drop to your death. Alright, and then we're gonna hop back over here. Light a flare. Roll off here. Flare cancel if you want to. You don't have to light a flare and flare cancel, I just think it looks fancy. Isn't this music wonderful? I don't know why I love Tomb Raider 3 so much. I just love the music and the ambience and everything. It's just a really good game. Alright. Now just run and jump from here and you'll land on this platform. No stress. Alright, now this slope is very dirty. If you try to time this slope, there's a good chance that you will just die because it's got like you have to time it just right to land in the correct position. I mean, to jump off at the correct position to grab onto that ledge over there. Or what you can do is you can walk backwards once and then hold jump and grab and forward, jump and grab and forward, and boom, you'll make it every time. And then you don't have to worry about timing it, which is awful. I would not want anybody to time it. This one as well, when you hit that platform and Laura starts to stumble, hold forward, jump, and grab. Like so. And then she will grab on over here. And you can collect the embalming fluid for those guys, because apparently their skin is peeling off. Now over here is meant to be a bit of a stealth section, but it's completely broken, so don't even bother trying to be stealthy, just get out of this crawl space as quickly as possible. And then take him out. No stress whatsoever. Then we're gonna crawl through here. And we're gonna take out another guy. And then you can doink this button to get a rocket launcher ammo, also known as a rocket. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say, but anyway. Alright, now here... Yeah, this level can be kind of tricky, but we should be able to get through it, no problem. So you're going to have to jump and grab onto these monkey bars. Now, you want to drop when the camera changes. So once the camera changes, which is about here, you just drop down. You can save a little bit of health by shimmying to the right if you would like to do that. Now, this part, I'm going to show you a strat for this part because doing it legit loses a lot of HP. So you want to be sort of over here. That's a little bit too much. Okay, you want to be sort of over here, and you don't want to be dead center. You see that sort of seam that kind of comes to the point, like that two slopey edges over there? You want to be sort of slightly off center, not too much, but slightly. So like over here. Alright, this should be good, but I'm just going to save just in case. Now I did this in my successful attempt, so hopefully this won't go wrong. Alright, then you're going to run and jump and grab, and Lara's going to temporarily grab onto that side there, and she's going to fall down here where you're meant to go to get the next secret without taking a ridiculous amount of damage. Because if you do it the other way, which is the way that you're meant to do it, you take a lot of damage. Let me see if I can find the lineup for this. I think it's about here. Might be a little bit more forward. Yeah, and then you jump and grab. You land here, and you can see you take a ridiculous amount of damage. So, in order to save on taking too much damage, I would recommend doing this strategy here, because it is not considered a glitch. You are just temporarily grabbing an edge and dropping down. And it will save you a ton of HP. Okay, right, now we're going to do a standing jump over here, which gets you onto this ledge, and then a run and jump and grab for this next one. Slide down here a little bit, jump, and then sprint all the way over to the secret, which is 2 rockets. Yay! I love collecting rockets. Alright, then we're going to run and jump onto the slope over here. And you want to hold grab so that Lara grabs the side and doesn't fall down to her death by sliding off the edge. That's quite important. And you'll notice my ammo is slightly different. So what ended up happening is I ended up saving over my Lud's Gate save. And I had to create a new save, so my ammo counts are all slightly different because of that. I had to go and get a new save to show this part of the game. Which is unfortunate, because up until this point it had been consistently, all my ammo had carried over from the run. But there was no other way besides redoing Old Witch, and there's no way I'm playing that. Nobody can pay me enough to play that level just to make a tutorial video. More than once. Alright, and that's the 3rd secret, so we went and got that. It is the 3rd, right? No, it's the 4th. It's the 4th of 6. Can't even remember my secret count. So we're going to get that secret in the blue crawl space over there, then we're going to climb up here. Yeah, I've been sort of out of action for a couple of days. I just haven't been able to produce things. I've been too exhausted. So I'm glad that I'm feeling a little bit better today. Alright, and then we're going to drop down here. And drop down here. Push this box, and then pull that other box twice, essentially. Not much to say here, just your standard block pushing that we all come to know and love from Tomb Raider. Take another sip of coffee while we're climbing this ladder. You know when you have a hot beverage on a cold sort of day, cold rainy day, and it just hits your soul in all the right ways? Okay, come on, Laura. Uppies. Thank you. That's how I feel today. And then we're gonna run up here to where we started the level. Yeah, we just did a whole bunch of tedious backtracking to get the secrets. One of the reasons that Lode's Gate is probably one of my least favorite levels. Then we're gonna put the embalming fluid on this placeholder thing that doesn't look like you can interact with it at all, but it's there, and that's what you're meant to do. Then we're gonna fall down this trapdoor. That door opens once you put in the embalming fluid. And then we're gonna hop onto the UPV, if Laura would be so kind as to do that. And we're gonna go through here. Now, the reason I like hopping onto this UPV, because you can actually make it without using the UPV, but I prefer to use it because gators actually can't hit you while you're on the UPV. So I don't know why they're programmed that way, but gators will not hit you if you're on the UPV. So there's a bit of interesting tidbit of knowledge that you now know. Alright, now this part is kind of stressful. It's not too bad, but it is kind of stressful. So we're going to... So there is a save bug, so if I do screw up this part, we're going to have to come back all the way over here and load, and it's kind of stressful, but hopefully everything will go fine. So those two guys, well, only one of them, it only matters if one of them sees you. The scuba guy can't see you, he's just a programmed thing that stands there. What you have to worry about is this guard over here seeing you. So I need to pop a save over here because if you load at a certain point after this one, you can't get the secret. So we're just gonna swim over here. Stay as low as possible so that the guy can't see you, because he can actually see you from over here. And if he does, that's pretty much rip your run. Alright, so we're gonna get the 5th secret here and then move on to the 6th. Now the 6th secret, the reason that I don't want the guy to see me is if he does see you, it closes off the pathway to the secret. So you do want to kind of stay as low as possible. And we're pulling this lever over here to open a trapdoor for us to use later on. But first let's just come up here for air. And then we're going to stay as low as possible, because he can't actually see you from down here. We're going to swim all the way over here to the left of that door that we opened. Right, now we're going to do the stealth section of this, which is, it's a terrible stealth section. There is 2 ways of doing this, however. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make another save somewhere. Yeah, I'll make another save and then open that save and edit that part. I'm gonna cut to that separate way. It is more risky, but you're welcome to do it if you want to. Okay. Alright, and welcome back. Hopefully you see why that other strat is risky. Alright, now let's do the stealth section. Alright, so we're going to climb up here and crawl. And drop down into this pit over here. This little waterway. We're gonna come up over here. Where is Lara? I lost my train of thought for a second there. Then we're gonna crouch over here. And now it is safe to stand up. We're gonna pull out our Desert Eagle because we're gonna have to do some... It's actually, once you reach this point, there's actually nothing that can really stop you from getting the secret. But I do just like to be extra cautious. And now the secret will be open. Alright. We're gonna collect all our harpoon ammo. And this is the 6th and final secret, and then we just got the rest of the level to deal with. Yay! And then for the fun of it, let's take this guy out with the rocket launcher. Alright, and this is where you can pick up the harpoon gun if you would like to do that. This really is... there really is no reason to pick it up. But you can if you want to. Alright, now let's get our UPV. And now time for the underwater section. Now this section, I've heard a lot of people say that this section is one of the most challenging sections for them. I can see why. It can be a pretty tricky section. But you should be okay. Take out this gator. Then come up all the way up here for air. Alright, now this next section I like to do without the UPV. I prefer to swim there. I just think it's a little less tedious than getting the UPV for everything. So you're going to come down here first. Pull this lever. Then we're going to swim back up to where our UPV is for some air. Wait, that's not enough air. Now, this is a much tighter swim, so you do want to be a bit careful here. So try to be as close to... yeah. Alright, so this should be fine. But for this swim, we're going to go through here. Swim down into here. And pull this lever. Alright, and then we're going to swim back. The swim isn't too tight, like there's a much tighter swim in the game. Also, you know, the famous RX Tech Mine swim is the tightest swim in the game. But this swim's not too terrible. Like, your oxygen bar will be flashing, but you should be able to get here no problem. And this is where we actually bring the UPV, because this spawns to, this next lever spawns to scuba guys, so we do want the UPV for that. Now sometimes the UPV can be a little bit tricky to navigate through these tight corridors, like Lara can snag on the walls and things like that. Oh, another thing you've got to watch out for, do not hit the roofs of these parts. Do not hit the roofs. Because you will inadvertently glitch Lara, into a state where she gets more oxygen. So don't do that. I can actually show you what I mean right now. Let me show you what I mean. I also want to show that you can, let me just save over here, and I'll load, but I just want to show you. If you hit the roof over here, you hear how Lara's gasping for air. That means that she's actually getting air from that interaction. So you do want to be careful not to do that in a run because it is considered a glitch. So try to stay in the middle of these environments. Okay, and then we just got one more scuba guy to take care of. Don't stress about your air too much. There we go. Alright, and then we can go and get some air. Alright, and then we go this way. Make everyone dizzy by turning this much. So the reason I'm turning like that is actually to avoid Lara from snagging on any of the sides. If you keep turning her like that, she just doesn't snag at all. Then we're going to pull this lever, which will turn off the burners. And then we just hop up here and yeah, and now we've got this part. Now, these aren't too difficult to deal with. They look scary, but and it can be disorienting, like your first couple of times doing this. I know from experience. Like, it looks like you're stopping too soon and you're gonna get hit by the next one. But if you practice it a little bit, you'll get used to the vibe. For example, I got hit there because I went too late. But if you do get hit, don't stress too much. Just don't get fully pulverized. Oh my god, I got hit again. I'm really out of practice. Oh well, not the biggest train smash in the world. But you can get through there without taking any damage. I just haven't practiced it in a while, and as long as you stay alert, you won't die there. Alright, I like to come here because I like to get this Desert Eagle ammo and flares. You don't have to come here, you can instantly go to the key. You don't have to come this side. It's not a necessity. Aw, I thought she would make that. Yeah. Well. Alright. Now we crawl into this crawl space. Use the key that we got earlier. Yeah, don't forget to get the key off that guard. It's very tempting to forget that key, but just don't. Whatever you do, don't forget the key. Right, now we're gonna head all the way back. And through to the last part of this level. So, funny story, I don't think I've ever been hit by those pistons in my life before until today. But that's the story of this tutorial series. It's just one disaster after another. Alright, then we're going to come through here, the way we're coming back the way we came. But instead of going for air, you can just go straight through to the next section. Which is up here in this sort of brick-layered place. Come through the trapdoor we opened. Do the spinny spin so that we don't knock into anything. Alright, now these are timing based. I'm going to show you, from this position, I'm going to show you a strategy for dealing with them, if I can remember how to do it. So you're going to climb out over here, you're going to tap forward once, and you're going to wait for this first one to start swinging back. Like, just a little bit after it's swung back, you're going to do a standing jump and then 2 running jumps. And then a standing jump. So let's see if I can get it. And that's my way of dealing with that scenario. It makes it a lot easier, a lot more consistent, and a lot less stressful for everyone involved. But there is another strat that I think I should be able to show. Which is to do this. And jump, twist, and grab. Stay on the edge and walk all the way to the edge. Then do a standing jump and grab. And there you go. Absolutely no stress. This part is actually a lot easier than it looks. Yeah, just get the hang of it. Basically, it's scarier than it looks. And we're going to climb up over here. Run and jump and grab. Release and then grab again. Crawl through this crawl space. Oh, my foot is itchy. Stand up. Walk to the edge. Run and jump and grab. And this is basically the end of the level. Do whatever you want to there, and now we finish the level. And yeah, congratulations. That is how to complete Ludsgate, no loads, no meds or secrets. Well, hopefully that second strategy that I wanted to show you for how to deal with the guard, hopefully that worked out okay, and I was able to show it to you. But other than that, it's a fairly tricky level, so don't beat yourself up if it takes you a few practice tries to actually get it. It's a long level as well, so there's a lot of different stuff that you've got to take into consideration. There's a lot of different scenarios that can play out. You can mess up the pistons like I did and take damage when you really shouldn't. There's just a lot of stuff going on there. So overall, pretty tricky level, so if you did get through it, have like a, I don't know, order a pizza and celebrate or something, because it's a hard level. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. In the next video, we will be tackling City, which is the final level of London, and also a boss level. And we'll talk more about it then. I'll put all of my social medias on the screen and in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.